Hi there, I'm Angela. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm so happy that you stopped in. And if you've been here before, thanks for coming back. And you might already be a little familiar with today's topic, which is my recent decision to enter the world of PDF patterns. I know I'm a little late to the game, but I'm going to make up for lost time. Stay tuned. So to get us all up to speed, the pattern that I've chosen to make for my very first PDF pattern is the True Bias Shelby. And that was thanks to one of the viewers, Estelle. Hi Estelle, thanks for your input. I'm very excited to make this. And since this is kind of like a brand new world for me, I thought it might be fun to take you guys along on the whole journey, like starting with picking out the fabrics. So that's what today's video is going to be. I am still in the middle of pantsuary, i.e. my January sewing is devoted to making pants. So that's going really well, and I'll have an update on that later. So all we're going to do today is to look at some fabric options that I might use for the Shelby pattern. But before we look at the fabrics, I wanted to share something funny that happened with you guys. So the other day, my husband and I are sitting in the living room, and just out of the blue, he says, you know, we might have to go to Joann's this weekend. Yes, we should. So, like, are there any better words someone could hear? At least a sewist. It turns out he has a little case that he carries a pocket knife in on his belt, and he wants to add a grommet or something like that. So he needs a grommet making kit. So I think that'll be fun. Anything that gets me into Joann's is good. So I'm only kind of half kidding about Joann's. He really did say that, and I'm very happy to go with him and help him find a grommet kit. However, I will not be buying fabric when we go to Joann's, especially for this project. That's because I have quite the large stash, and I'm really trying to shop my stash first. So that's what today's video is going to be about. I've picked out a few fabrics from my stash that I could possibly use for the Shelby pattern. Take a look at the pattern real quick and I'll show you what I'm working with. So you can do this either in a dress or a romper, and then each one of those comes in a shorter length or a longer length. And I know for sure that I want to do the shorter length, but I'm still trying to decide between the dress and the romper. And I will be grading between a 14 and a 16 according to the fabric requirements for either the short romper or the short dress. For a 54-inch fabric for my size range, I'm going to need 3 yards of fabric. And the fabrics that they call for are lightweight woven fabrics with drape, such as rayon challis, crepe, silk, voile, voile, and linen. So these are the 3 options. These are ones that I pulled out of my stash, and these are the ones that pretty much fit the bill as far as type of material and that I had the right amount of. And by far, this one is my favorite. It's a stretch cotton poplin, and it's a navy blue with some multicolored flowers and leaves on it. I love it so much. I do have some concerns about using it for the Shelby, which I will tell you what those are, and I'd love to get your weigh in on what you think. So because it's a poplin, it's a little stiff, crisp, I guess is a better word, and I wasn't sure if it would be drapey enough. But I'm thinking that if I run it through the washing machine once, that might loosen it up a little bit. So we'll come back to that. Let me get my notes, because I can't remember exactly what these other 2 are made of. So this one is a rayon twill washed linen look, and this other one is just a linen rayon blend. So I will show you these. This one is a very pale pink. This is the, what was it, rayon twill. It had a long name, rayon twill washed linen look. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a mouthful. It is a very pale pink, and it has a really lovely hand to it. It does seem to drape nicely, and it's got a great texture. I don't know if that'll show up, but I'll try to bring it in a little closely. Nice texture. And this one is a linen rayon blend, and it's just oatmeal colored. It's kind of your standard linen type of fabric. I really want to go with a print for this pattern. I just think it would really look great. I'm not sure about the oatmeal colored linen. I think that might just be a little bland and boring. And while I love this pink fabric, I don't know if I would love it for the Shelby pattern. So that's what I'm working with. So those are my choices. And I'm just waiting for one of you guys to say, oh yeah, the poplin will do just fine. I pretty much have my mind made up on it. It's so beautiful. Look at these colors, so pretty. And I think it probably would, you know, soften up with a good washing. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear your input. Like, have you ever made the Shelby? What fabric did you use for it? How drapey does a fabric need to be to make the pattern work? Please definitely provide some input if you have any thoughts on that. And that's all that I have. And until next time, bye. Thanks for watching.